Dr. Fezile Mkhize is a man of many talents. He's an actor, medical doctor, model, TV presenter, and pageant winner who was crowned Mr. Supranational in 2024.
As a man with so many hats, Fez is busy all over the globe. But luckily for us, we got to catch up with him in Johannesburg.
Born in Oslo Beach in KZN, Fez's journey has taken him from small-town beginnings to international acclaim, but home is where his heart is.
It's so good to see you. We love to see you back home. How does it feel to be in South Africa again?
It's always amazing coming back home. I think being able to travel, it opens up your eyes and allows you to see the world and all the beautiful things that there are. But for me, South Africa is always going to be the best country I'll ever be to.
Oh, and I mean, we're lucky enough to catch this lunch with you because tomorrow you're headed to the Philippines.
Yeah.
What's happening in the Philippines?
They're actually having their big male pageants coming through now. And as you know, with the male pageant world, there's multiple pageants that happen in any given point in time. And I've thankfully been asked as a guest to come see one of the winners there so that maybe they might be coming to Mr. Supranational this year.
Oh, I love that you immediately brought up pageantry. Yeah. It's the one thing cool people like you and myself have in common.
You know, it's really cool to say that you walked the pageant runway. I'm not saying that you aren't cool if you haven't, but are you really that cool?
Are you really though? And I mean, I have to jump into it and ask you, how did you get into the pageantry space? I mean, we had been seeing you on our screens forever, then you decided to hop into pageantry. How did that happen?
2019, I had done the Mr. World pageant and come first runner-up, but the build up to that was that I'd always thought of the pageant world as something separate because I hadn't really engaged it, come from KZN, humble beginning, and I thought the pageant world was quite a niche, specific kind of world to get into. But somebody actually approached me, Armand. He was the national director for Mr. World South Africa, and he was like, hey, I think you're doing great work. I think this would be a great space for you to go into. I think my mind then shifted where I was like, okay, maybe pageantry isn't just about people trying to look good and walking up and down and kind of making people think, oh yeah, that's somebody who's very handsome or beautiful. It's people who are trying to better themselves as well as the communities around them, and then hopefully if they do a good enough job, people can praise them and give them a title so that they can be a prism that shines a light on everything else that they're doing.
You obviously wear a bunch of hats. You're a doctor. Handsome counts as a job in itself. You're in the pageantry space, TV, media personality, actor, podcaster, the list goes on for so long. How do you encompass your philanthropy work with all of this happening?
It's very interesting because philanthropy is essentially interacting with people and trying to help those that need the help at any given point in time. And for me, that syncs up with being a doctor or a health professional in so many ways. So it almost seems like a no-brainer for me to be involved within those spaces. And I think for me, it's always just been the women in my life that have always spearheaded this idea of helping people. My mother was a teacher, became a headmistress, and then my aunt, who was almost the catalyst into me going into the Supra journey. And she was a teacher who became a headmistress, who then subsequently was able to really help one of the schools, Mkhize. Doing all of this while having breast cancer, stage 4, was something where I was like, okay, she wasn't just about herself, she was about helping the kids in the community to be able to educate them. For me, it really is something that's very close to my heart. I'm somebody who wants people to be included within society and not feel kind of pushed away. And I take pause and I kind of think about all the communities that I've gone to and the people that I've interacted with and the stories that they've told me.
And he heard plenty of stories when he went on the journey of a lifetime as the co-host of the most recent season of Top Travel.
Listen, Fez, I was promised lunch.
You were, and the ambiance is great here, but there's a hidden gem. Let me actually take you. Huh?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
He loves to explore and to discover hidden gems, like the station in Parkhurst, which brings a part of London to suburban Johannesburg.
Now, I can't sit with you and not talk about Top Travel. You had the honor of hosting the show. What was that experience like?
Just looking back at it, it's humbling because growing up, little KZN boy, you kind of watch these larger-than-life personalities, Jeannie, Inez, traveling through seems like this whirlwind adventure, and then to be able to be told that you had booked a hosting duty on a show like that, it really made me sit back and take pause, because I'm somebody who fully believes in being grateful for everything that you have, but I could have never dreamt of being on a show like that. In terms of the things that kind of stick out, there's so many. We were able to go to Zanzibar, Kenya. I jumped with the Maasai. Imagine, Zulu warrior, or would-be Zulu warrior.
No, own it.
Take it just like a Zulu warrior. Mkhize covers the Luma Vakungunezi. Don't get me hyped. Don't get me hyped. Don't get me hyped. But it literally was the energy I was going in with.
You just listed so many beautiful countries that you experienced, and I know this may be a difficult question to answer, but where was your favorite destination and why?
Each one of them has a piece of my heart, and that's something I said on the show. Like, I'd fall in love with various parts of Africa. We got to go to Amsterdam, so even there, I'm kind of internationally leaving remnants of my heart. But KZN, we went back home. We went to Orbi Gorge. We were able to kind of navigate this two-man plane that was there. We were able to see the beaches that I grew up in, and to be able to show Ness and everybody back home what makes our province so beautiful and so unique. Yeah, no, obvious. It has to be.
Oh, yeah,
KZN.
you can
KZN.
take the man out of KZN, but you can't take the KZN out of him.
I was gonna ululate, but then I realized I'm quasi.
Last year, you were crowned Mr. Supranational, and that's an international status. We're not talking local, yeah. We're talking you flew all the way to Poland to be crowned Mr. Supranational.
Getting it was an experience, because it's like 2 and a bit weeks, and you're there with these gentlemen who are handsome and exceptional and smart and all the positive things they have. And I think when you're there, you really realize that it has to be about your race. It has to be about what you want people to see and what you kind of embody.
Now, very soon, you actually headed to Poland to pass on the crown. How prepared are you to do that?
From the moment I received it, I think for me, I always like to, it's not exactly astral projection, but I like to tell myself, at some stage, this is going to be handed over. Yeah, I'm going to be very happy for whoever's stepping in, because it has been a weight, but it's one I've been happy to carry.
Ah, my word, listen, if you don't add Trailblazer to the bio of your Instagram account, you are not serious.
Trailblazer, listen.
Trailblazer.
Protein will help me with that Trailblazer. This is really good, by the way. This is really good.
It really is.
You've been talking about your pageantry experience, and I think this is where our synergy is. I would actually like to see your catwalk, just to make sure that it's right. It's on point.
One thing I can assure you is that it is.
Okay.
But you are wearing the crown of Mr. Super at the moment, so I'm going to make you take the lead on this one.
Oh, Yazin, let's do it.
Asambe.
Let's go.
First runner-up in the Mr. World pageant and winner of the Mr. World Africa title in 2019, Fez became the first African and the first black winner of the Mr. Supranational title in 2024.
Now, ending off with the gigantic question, do you have any regrets in your life?
Whatever's happened has built you to become the person you are today, which can allow you to make better decisions. But if you didn't go through that, you wouldn't actually know what the better decision is. So I try not to have any regrets. But if there were things that I would do better, it's probably to be even more engaged with people, to interact and really try to go out into society and do the most good that I can from a young age.
And then what are some of the best parts of your life?
Being able to say I've come from very rural parts, humble beginnings, KwaZimagwe, KZN, being able to travel to places I never thought I'd be able to travel, being able to help people as a doctor. And then, I mean, just saying it out loud, I think the whole journey has been the highlight. And there've been tough times, but I think in the tough times, I appreciate the highs that much more. So I think my whole life at this point feels like a movie, to be honest.
It's perfectly okay to think of your life as being the best life. I know I walk around pretending that mine is.
There we go. I'll take that. Now that you've made it okay, you've made it okay for me to share my life. It's a good life.
Speaking about traveling, this gorgeous restaurant that we're in looks like a train station, doesn't it?
Feels like you're somewhere in London, somewhere in the metro. Even the handlebars here, if you have a look at these handlebars, it's almost like you're in the train station trying to make sure that you don't fall.
I'm not going to pretend like I didn't see that bicep flex as you held on out there. So my mind immediately went to a challenge. I'm going to challenge you to not 1, but 3 pull-ups on this rail.
I love that she thinks 3 is a challenge. But yeah, it's you. It's fine. The queen will do it.
Let's get it. 1, 2. Okay. 3.
You know what? I'll give you one more, just because it's you.
Success. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I need to go make sure I'm not late for my flight. It's been an honor.
Cheers. He saves lives with his hands and makes lives better with his smile, charm, and deep, deep humanity. Dr. Fezile Mkhize is quite an inspiration to not only young men in South Africa, but across the globe, all while strutting his stuff like no other on the runway.
Halala putwe to shine, Brother Fez. Well done on all of your achievements, and thanks for those insights.